developing investment strategy. So just to let you know, I am a CPA, not a CFP or a financial advisor on securities or anything like that to do with the stock market. I can tell you what I do, I can tell you what things work for me, and I can tell you what I learned in school, but I won't advise you on specific investment strategies, investments at all. So I'll tell you that you do have to develop a strategy though. If you want to grow your wealth without pinching pennies. So that's the key. If you want to grow your wealth without cheap pinching pennies. So which is me. That was my goal, growing my wealth without pinching pennies. So, you have to invest. You have to invest and you have to do it wisely. That's the key, being smart about it. Wise, being smart. So some of the investment strategies and needs you need to consider is, what investment vehicle do you use? Which means, are you in real estate? Are you in stocks? Are you in bonds? Are you in coins? What are you in? Are you in gold? All these different things. I'm just throwing stuff out there on all the different investment things that you can be doing. Are you investing in businesses? And in different times of your life, you're going to be in different things. So one of my biggest thing, and in our culture, is land. We say land. So land is real estate. We are big on real estate, and I've brought that with me, and it's continued to show me in my life, in my almost 5 decades of living, that real estate does work. If you're always being proper about it, you're doing your research, and you just don't blindly buy 5 houses and think you're going to make your money. So, you always need to be strategizing on what you're doing. So one of the strategies that I use a lot is real estate, and it's worked for me. But the key for me is your allocation. Overall, your allocation needs to be diversified. And if 100% of your stuff is in real estate, and you haven't worked on that properly, because when the housing market crashed, there were so many people that were being extra greedy and going towards the market. Okay, I'm going to buy 5 houses. I'm going to buy 6 houses. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And honestly, if you're in a fixed rate mortgage, your payment on that mortgage will never go up if you don't refinance, except for your insurance and taxes. So you should have a plan on how you're going to pay that. Now, like I said, plans change. If you are investing in real estate and it's rental real estate, you might lose your tenant, but you will need to have a safety net for that. If you're smart about that, your tenant, what you're paying should at least be covering the expenses for the home, for the house, and anything that comes for it. For example, we have a townhouse that we bought when the market crashed. The townhouse, I already know that I have a tenant there and they are paying a lot less than market rent, but he's a wonderful tenant and I'm okay with that. His rent is paying for the expenses of the home, plus we're saving a little bit because the house needed new appliances. The place needed to be painted. Every time someone moves out, we have to do some renovations. It needed a new AC. We've replaced the washer and dryer. Now I know it was built in the 2000s, that it's a townhouse, so it's attached to the other units, that it's going to need a new roof soon. I've already started putting the money aside from the savings for that roof. So if you're a savvy investor in real estate, you're going to know that you're going to have to invest some money. Yes, I will tell you how much we bought that townhouse for. We bought it for $105,000. It is worth almost $400,000 a decade later. That's just what it has grown in. That is just the gain, the capital gains that is on it. It's not what the townhouse has made in terms of rental income or what yearly income is from it. So obviously you can see that has worked for us with our real estate, but we've always had a fixed rate mortgage. We've always, kept it within a certain thing. I know that it's an investment property, so the taxes will go up, insurance will go up a little, but you always have to be prepared for the emergencies when it comes for that. So when the roof time comes, which I know is coming, I'm going to have, if not all, some of that money saved up to do the roof. So that's how when you're investing, you just don't put the money there and not pay attention. You have to periodically check on those things. So the right asset allocation is based on your goals, your time, and your time horizon. So you need to make sure you're looking at that. When you're looking at investment, like I just talked about the real estate, is you have to look at the expenses associated with the real estate and how will it impact your return. I know that how the expenses from our townhouse is going to impact my return. That is why I'm already saving for that roof. So I will know. So, how do you leverage your diversification across your asset allocation? What do you need to look at? The other thing you need to look at is tax implication. So passive income does have preferable tax implications. That is why it is one of my choices. It's my main choice for growing my wealth. I'm going to pay more tax on the money I make working my 9 to 5, so to say, that I will on any of the investments that I've made so far. So, if you have long-term capital gains, it's 20%, up to 20%. So you need to make sure that, it is investment assets has to do with tax implication. And it's one of the preferential things that you need to think about when you're tax planning. What should you be looking at when you're tax planning? If I get a side gig, I'm going to end up paying more tax on that job probably than I will on if I get a rental property or if I'm investing my money on the stock market. So here are some mistakes I think you need to avoid. Mistakes to avoid is including speculation, market timing, taking too much out of your amount because you're too risky. Those are the things that you need. Those apply across the market. Whether you are investing in real estate, you're investing in gold, you're investing in NFTs, you're invested in stocks or bond markets, ETFs, anything that you're investing in, no matter what people tell you, they can only make educated guesses when and how the market can go. Yes, the data says it's more likely for this to happen than that to happen. There's no way or chance or form unless it happens. That's when it's 100% time to happen. But we are all educated guessers. The smartest person in the stock market, the smartest person that deals with the stock market, the best economist, they are only making educated guess on the timing of things. So number one, it's important to make educated guess and not speculative guess. But it's also important to not speculate at all, and tell me who has the crystal ball to tell us on market timing. Right now, I watch CNBC a lot. The market timing, everybody's trying to they're trying to time the housing market. They're trying to time the macroeconomy. They're trying to time economics. They're trying to time the stock market, the bond market. But it's changing all the time. If you have that crystal ball and you know exactly what it is, let me know, because the smartest people in the world has not been able to time the market yet. So if you're trying to do that, then you're totally lying to yourself. You need to get away from that habit, So you need to understand what your risks are, and you need to understand that there is no such thing as no risk. No risk is not even putting your money under the mattress, because when you put your money under the mattress or in your checking account or your savings account, you're taking a risk. That risk is almost definite. You're going to lose. If inflation is 3%, 5%, that money under the mattress, you're losing. Because if you have $100 under the mattress and inflation is 3%, you're losing 3%. Because it's under the mattress. Your money is not worth the same. $1 today is not worth $1 tomorrow. So That's a risk. Many people think, oh, I'm not going to risk anything. I'm going to bury my money. Well, that's a risk. And that's a risk that you're definitely going to lose at. So no, I do not believe in money under the mattress. You need to have your money somewhere earning at the rate of inflation or above. Just remember that. So you want to make sure that you're looking at different investment things. You want to make sure that you're building your investment strategy. You understand what growth you're trying to grow. You understand, where you're trying to go. You want to understand your long-term time horizon. So the longer your money is invested in certain things, I do not believe in short-term investments whatsoever. If you're going to put your money in real estate or the stock market or anything other than a money market account or a CD, or something like that, it has to be a long-term aspect. Other than that, if it's a stock market, you're day trading. That's not investing. There's a difference. Day trading and investing. Day trading is a trader that's trying to time the market. Good luck with that. Yes, sometimes you make it big, but sometimes you break your back. So that's up to you if you want to take. That's the highest risk in my opinion. You want to understand, depending on your goals, depending on your money pot, your savings pots, your priorities, your plan, which investment strategy you need to how you can adjust your risk with your investment strategy. So your investment strategy, you need to have different risk level in it, depending on what part of your portfolio you're looking at. You need to understand, global diversification in your portfolio. You need to understand the financial markets around the world. This is so much more true today after COVID than it was before. I have to tell you, globalization, in my opinion, is here to stay, whether we like it or not. We need to be paying attention. When I went to school in the 90s, the 80s and the 90s, the early 90s, America was it. Our market was it. Our macroeconomics, our microeconomics. We were not really paying attention to any of the BRIC countries or what's happening in China, India, Brazil, UK, that much. It was all about America. It is not like that anymore. Globalization is here to stay. We need the other markets to survive. We need China to buy our soybeans that our farmers are having, and, they need us to buy clothes or whatever it is that we're buying from them. So it's one hand washes the other. So you need to be paying attention to not only what's happening in America, it's what's happening in the entire world. The US alone is not a good example of true diversification. So you need to be paying attention to what's happening. Whether you put money in certain places or not, you just need to be educated about it. You need to be literate about it. You need to be smart about it. My last point that I'm going to talk to you about is, to keep in mind that, you're better off sticking with decent strategies that work over time than constantly hopping from one place to another. You want to make sure that you pick something that's worked for you. You want to be consistent with what your road that you're taking on your wealth building, and you want to make sure that you are tweaking it a little bit here or there, but your ideal strategy and your ideal goals should be around the same thing. Your habits should be around the same thing. Now, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much. This is Sherron, the Modern Savvy CPA. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, feel free to give me a follow to get updated on new and upcoming episodes, and listen in every Tuesday and Thursday, where I teach you smart money habits so you can make better money choices with a financial goal focus.